Welcome back, Star Wars fans. So, today we're going back on over to the Mandalorian Black Series, and we have Bo-Katan Kryze. So, here is another Mandalorian. You probably recognize her, and yet another female character. Okay, so as we can see here, we have Bo-Katan, we have two guns, and her helmet. So, her helmet does come off, if that wasn't apparent already. And we have the back, and I'll go ahead and read that since it's hard to see. A gifted warrior, Bo-Katan Kryze is a legendary Mandalorian. She refused to align with the Emperor's occupation of Mandalore. Good job. Okay, let's get a better look at her. All right, come on, Grogu, let's get off the ship. Okay, here she is. Here's a better look at her. And she is number 10 in the Mandalorian Black Series. There we go. All right, so let's get her open. And here she is. So here's her in the plastic. All right, let's get her out of this. Go ahead and pause this so you don't have to hear the horrible noise of getting her out. All right, and here she is. So first off, it's so funny seeing her head because everybody else's heads seem so big because they're either not human or they have a helmet on. So it's a little bit weird seeing someone with their helmet off and their head's so tiny, but it's cute. I like her. Yeah, the detail in her face is really nice. She can move her head up and down, side, side, side to side. There we go. And one thing I noticed is this looks a little weird. But if you can look up that, you can kind of see where her neck is attached. So maybe if they would have made her hair a little bit longer, they could have fixed that. But it is a little odd seeing that. Okay, but yeah, so she looks pretty good. And then we can move her arms. Let's see, do we got any elbow in here? Ooh, not really. Doesn't seem like there's any elbow movement, but we do have hand movement where you can see this. So you can kind of move her hand around. See this other arm. I don't think, oh, there we go. She might just be a little rusty from being first opened. There we go, we do have some elbow movement. Let's see, try this one again. This one does not seem to really want to move, so I'm not going to pry. But yes, so it looks like this one really was pretty easy. It's a little difficult to do. It like really wants to stay in place, but it is possible. Okay, and her hands, they both look good. I'm liking that. Okay, and I like we got a little bit of color to her too. Sometimes our Star Wars characters get a little bit dull. Let's see, oh yeah, so she has two holsters for her guns. So one's here, one's on the other side. And speaking of the guns, here's what they look like. They both look pretty identical. Here, let's get them both up here. I'd say they're looking pretty identical. There we go. So let's try putting them in the holsters. We don't want to be using them. Oh, look at that, perfect fit. Let's try the other one, make sure that's all good. And there we go. Guns are in the holster. Okay, now let's take it out. Ooh, they're in there pretty good. Nice, don't fall out easily. That's awesome. Then let's try putting this in her arm over here, or on this arm in this hand. There we go. A little bit. Oh, there we go. It clicks right in. Nice. I like how I can hear that click to know it's in good. Yeah, she's not dropping this thing, as you can see. That's awesome. I like that. I don't think I've experienced this with any of the other characters. So it actually clicks into her hand really nice. And see, I'm doing this really hard and it is not falling off. That is awesome. I love it. Okay, yeah, and I'd say, yep, stays into the holster nicely. That is actually pretty impressive. So the other thing we have here is her jetpack. So it's a lot smaller than the Mandalorians, but it is still a jetpack. And you see here, there's a little peg. Peg goes in. The hole, pretty self-explanatory here. Put it in. There we go. So that's what it looks like from the back. Can't really see it from the front. From the side, you can obviously though. So that's kind of what that looks like. Then the last thing we have here is her helmet. And I'm actually pretty impressed with the helmet. I think it looks really nice. Look at that. It's a pretty cool helmet. So let's put this on. Yeah, her head fits in right away. Here she is. I got it all good. Here is Bo-Katan. Look at her. She looks awesome. Yeah, if you do it too much, you can see her head. So you might just want to like lower her head a little bit. I think that would looks a little bit better. But yeah, so if you do it too far up, you will basically see her face. It's a fair warning. Make sure you put it on nice and keep her head tilted forward more so you can't see that part. Unless you want to be able to see it, then that's cool. But if you want it to look fully masked, then keep it down. Okay, but yes. Oh, wait a minute. This can move. Oh no, and it can fall off. Oh, no worries. There is a peg to go back in. So we'll stick that back in. Okay, I can move, but I don't recommend moving it. Yeah, it just sticks back in. Okay, cool. Maybe don't touch that for in the future. Okay, and if you can look, we have the little symbols here. That's kind of cool. I just noticed that. All right. So let's see how she heightens up with some of the other Mandalorian characters. Okay, so as you can see here, we have Bo-Katan in the center. We have the Mandalorian and the Armorer. And these were the perfect size comparisons because the Mandalorian is a little bit taller, while the Armorer is a little bit under 6 inches. So as we can see here, it looks like the Armorer and Bo-Katan are pretty dang close in height. If not, Bo-Katan is maybe a little bit taller, but not too much of a difference there. So there is your height comparison right there. Hopefully that helps. Okay, so we are back in the Razor Crest. And as you can see here, one thing I forgot to point out was the joints are so nice. We can go 1, 2, look at that. Isn't that just great? 1, 2, 1, 2. So we can actually move her legs quite a bit. And let's see, I believe that was it. But yes, so this is Bo-Katan. Her figure is really nice and solid. I love it, especially that like this is like kids running across the room proof. So that's awesome. All right, so I would give Bo-Katan a 10 out of 10. Oh my goodness, this character is really cool looking. I'm liking her a lot more than I thought I would. Awesome. All right, so as always, Star Wars fans, may the Force be with you.